All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. PITW, Peace in the Wilderness. And you know what? With a higher. Meaning, peace in the wilderness with the I am that I am. All right. Sister Deborah coming today with a message and hope that it reach that one in which Yah has orchestrated it to reach, being so it wasn't a message that I would have came up with, or a topic, being so it was something I did not know. I had no idea of the level of Genesis 1 and what else was missing. And it's something else missing. And I thank the Father for being a teacher that spoon feeds. He is a father that knows how to feed the spiritual food to his children. And I give all honor to the Most High Yah for being who he is all by himself. And I thank him for him, just him being him. I'm hoping everyone out there can hear me. If you are on this live, give me a thumbs up informing me that you hear me, because I will not know if you hear me until I really get into this, and then I would have to put the mic and the connection so that you can hear me. This is a powerful message for a day as this, where we are at today. And my title is Never Will They See the Bigger Picture, because when it's brought to me, it made me feel so special, because I knew and I know that 99.9 have no idea of what I'm about to speak, as far as even after they have listened, they still ain't gonna understand. They still ain't gonna know. And that's why I title it Never Will See the Bigger Picture, because from what I believe, the Most High Yah has put such a thin line on the eye that can see and the ear that can hear. I believe he chosen those that he have elect before the foundation of the world to be able to hear and to be able to see. Understand, the hearing is not of the natural ear, it is a spiritual ear. And the eye is not of the natural eye, it is of the spiritual eye. Where I stand today is a place in which is very discouraging. It's not something you feel good about, because you're about to speak on something that many are lost in, because most individuals don't even know who they are. They don't even know who their father are. They don't even know who their mother are. I mean, a lot of you all, I'm talking about for real, in the natural as well as the spiritual, they know nothing. And that's something that is in the hands of Yah. It was in his hands before the foundation of the world, and it's still yet in his hands. It's something that Sister Deborah can't even think that she could change, or think that she can preach this thing to where it can change, or it can mold and shape and get individuals in. Great. I'm glad you can hear me on that end. Okay. So therefore, another thing I noticed is I'm going to have to close down one of the, which I think it still would be the old platform, because it seems as if there are many on the old platform that have not switched over to the new page. And I'm trying to do that, but it's just like it's still yet on the old page than the new. So I was really trying to do away with the old. That's why I keep opening it back up, so that the old would take a hold of the new. And it seems like you're not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to get individuals to switch over. That's why I put up both pages, not to be on both pages, continue on both pages, but to just be on here long enough to get those that are on the old page to switch over. And I think Yah is doing something with that. I really do, without a doubt. Because where I'm at in the spirit and in the natural had to sit down today because of what the spirit was being taught by the Ruach. And I kind of enjoy the fact that I was learning something so awesome, so great. Because like I say, many people have not even taken on what I'm about to speak on. And it's something new to me. It's new to me because it's a part that I never, ever, 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 ever thought to speak to people or instill or talk to people about. I just stayed with the basic of what he has taught me. And I'm grateful. I am so grateful that I don't step ahead of him. Because if I was stepping ahead of him, I might have been able to go into areas and teach you the way the world has taught the churches and the pastors, the bishops, the priests, the evangelists, the Maureen, the seers, the watchmen, the prophet, the prophetess have taught the people, which is a lie. So I probably would have stayed in that lane, but I thank the Father for letting me for spoon feeding me. Okay. And in the process of being spoon fed, I realized that it's so much that many have no idea. And I know I'm going to kind of bring some fire on this message. And it needs some fire. I need to burn some things up. It really do. Honestly, it needs to come and burn some things up. Oh, thanks for hearing. Yes, you hear it? Perfect. Okay. And I have this other page that I'm wondering, do I need to do my mic? But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to step into what the Holy Spirit has given me this morning with the quicken. And during the time I received this, I was in a place, you guys, of sadness. I was in a place of confusion. And don't get me wrong, not so much as in the spirit, but in the natural, trying to understand how is it that we could live on this earth and not know nothing. See, that's not even for me to be caught up in or worried about. But what made me feel so saddened is the fact that the world is going on and living up to their fantasy and their how would I say it? Their worldly ways, not even caring about even a pin needle of light, not even caring about a pin needle of spirit and truth. They don't even care about that. At least a pin needle of spirit and truth and a pin needle of light bring hope. But what I'm looking at and what I'm beholding is you are to be able to, if you are spirit and truth and you are the light that's shining in this time and in this day of darkness. This is where all these verses is saying things about you enduring, you suffering, long suffering, you're going through, you're being done this way and that way outside of any good way. It's for those who are clearly, how would I say it? Clearly seen, they not clearly seen, but they can clearly see the hands of the Father and how he orchestrated everything from the kingdom. That's what I'm trying to say. And just seeing that, it's so amazing to me because it leads me to understand that, and that's where the sadness is coming. Do you keep running in the journey or do you just stop and bend over and say, it's no hope? Why Sister Deborah can say that is because the way I see Yah and how he has orchestrated everything is like unto my topic. Never will see. See, a lot of people will bypass that, but I'm making a statement. I am making a statement. Never will see. And when I had no idea what this here topic really was going to be in detail until I sat at the kitchen table. I got up, went and washed my face, decided as the water was running No, I didn't decide, but I was standing there just listening to what he said. And I was like, what? Shocked at what he said to me. I came back, sat down, and I began to just dig in to what he said. Y'all, we missed a whole lot. And I'm here to tell you, we missed a whole lot. And we're going to continue to miss it. Because it's not, never will it, you will, never will see the bigger picture. Here I am, the year 2024, a prophetess in the wilderness, a student of the Ruach. And for him to pull up on me with this type of topic, I'm like, oh, woo-wee. Was it good to me? Oh, yes, it is. It always. When he come up like this, I'll be like, feeling good. But then on the other end, well, Father, they don't know nothing about that. They ain't going to understand that. They ain't going to get that. But it's not for me to worry about if they understand it or if they get it. Just speak that thing, Deborah. Put that spirit and truth out there with that light in the right hand. Put it out there. And let he that has an ear to hear, he that has an eye to see, once they read it, let it fall right where it needs to fall. Okay? So this topic again is never will see the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is the will of the Father, the plan of the Father. It's not given to any and everyone to see it. It's not given to any and everyone to see it. Okay, so I'm going to start on this topic here, and I'm going to cover this, and I want to say that it's going to start first and foremost in Genesis, and you're going to learn, this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn, it's going to take you back a couple of years, how Sister Deborah been chewing out men. It's going to take you back and drop you flat on your face. But I tell you one thing it's definitely going to do. It's going to leave you food for your spirit. And you're going to have a light to see why things are where they're at in this day and time. In this day and time. How, and then as I was doing my study, I said, he was teaching me and I was asking him questions. Well, so is that why you said the whole earth is off? It's out of order or off course, Father? Yes. I explained to you many of times that in the beginning, in the book of Genesis chapter 1, if you missed Genesis chapter 1, you missed the whole book. Look what Sister Deborah missed this. But Sister Deborah is grateful to the Most High Yah, who has allowed me to be able to stand here at 64 years old and still, he instilling in me now. So do I miss it? No, I don't. Praise the mighty Yah. But I can tell you right here and now, many have missed it and will miss it and never will see the bigger picture because they never saw the power. They never saw the power. They never saw the right hand and the stretched out arm, even to today. Hundreds of times it's in there, his right hand, his stretched out arm. They missed his power. They never knew the power of the Most High Yah was his beloved, his only begotten. He only got one power. Many sons, but one power. See, they never knew that the only begotten, the only begotten, only power I have, I sunk down with the Son of Man. That was my beloved. That was my only begotten. The only power I have, which is all power. I sunk it down with the Son of Man, and they missed it. They missed his stretched out arm, his right hand. They missed all that. Why? Because they were too busy glorifying and edifying man. Till they missed it all, y'all. And you're going to see what else they missed. But this part is sad because I'm still kind of sad about it. I'm sad. I think the reason why Sister Deborah is sad about it is Sister Deborah knows what day we're in. And I'm like saying to the Father, I'm not saying to you all, I'm saying to the Father, what's going on? These people don't even know the A to B. This is going to take them all the way down to maybe E. They can't go to E because they don't even know A to B. You see, when he said, just preach that thing, speak it as I have spoken it unto you. And that's what I'm here to do this afternoon, is give you what he has given me. And the beauty of it is, in the last few days, I learned something else from him. And he said it loud and clear. I think I've said it to you all several times, but this time he made it loud and clear to me that he has separated the wheat from the tare. It's already been separated. His is already branded in their forehead. They are already branded in their spirit, and the forehead of their flesh, the spirits of darkness can see the seal that he had in Revelation for the angels to seal his in the forehead. That's already done. But what's powerful is that he has already separated the wheat from the tare. Remember, the parable was like unto overnight the tare grew in with the wheat. And the husband says, they begin to say, well, the servants, oh, should we pick them out and tie them up and burn them up? You know what the father said? No. Let them grow together. I love that. I love that. Because those that's coming in and those that are in the body of Hamashiach, they have to be able to use what Yah has given them, which is the spirit of discerning and the spirit of the Ruach that's in them, that's attached to their spirit, that teaches them how to use the power of trying the spirit by the spirit. Okay? So when you got the wheat and the tare, letting them grow together helps the tare to learn who the wheat is. Helps the wheat to learn who the tare is. If he allowed them to take the tare out, okay, then it's just be wheat. We wouldn't have no reason to try the spirit by the spirit or have any reason to have the spirit of discerning. But he said, tell you what, let them go grow together. I don't need you to tie nothing up. Don't tie nothing up. Let them grow together. Why? Because I am going to do the separation. So while a lot of us are watching a lot of politics and a lot of things that's going on in the world, and we're looking at it as a means of just things going on, and we can try to detach it to the prophecies. Yah does not care for individuals trying to detach the prophecies to what is going on today. You know why? It was never created for the world to try to apply the prophecies of the Most High Yah to the prophecies of the Most High Yah. So what they're doing is the world is taking the prophecies that they themselves have cranked up, and not knowing that you are the part of the prophecies that's going to be fulfilled for his will. That's why they're not allowed to take the prophecies to the world and then the world to the prophecies. No. That's not the will of the Father. Never was it, never will it be. The prophecies have to come from those that are spirit and truth, those that are in the spirit, those that has the Ruach. You can't go around here quoting the prophecies because you say you're a prophet. Because you say you're a prophetess, because you say you're a Maureen, or you're a teacher, or you're a watchman, you're an evangelist, you're a apostle, you're a priest, you're a pastor, or a bishop. You cannot go around here saying, quoting these prophecies, because you'll be off every time. The prophecies are given to those whom it was created to see, created to speak, not to the world. The world, all I see today is the world trying to characterize the prophecies of the Most High Yah. Can't be done. Because they can only go by the book. The book is the words. Okay? Yah is the word of those prophecies. What they would do, they will bend the prophecies up and they will bend them down and they'll hand them to you. And then you'll be looking for the prophecies in which the world has prophesied unto thee, and not the prophecies in which Yah has sent his own elects to speak on. So one would get it. The same thing with this about what I'm about to teach. We didn't heard too many priests. We didn't heard too many bishops. We didn't heard too many popes. We didn't heard too many pastors, evangelists, Maureen, seers, watchmen, prophetess. We didn't heard them run their mouth And now this prophet look at it and said to the Father, as he said unto my spirit, never will they see the bigger picture, Deborah. And I'm glad he said that to me, because it helps. It's like a comfort. You know how you get a big old comforter and you sit on the couch and watch a movie and you just so comfy? Well, that's how Yah is when he comes with something like that. Never will they see, Deborah, the bigger picture. I said, then what I'm talking about then? What am I speaking for? That one. I'm always going to have a ram in the bush. That one. And if you understand or understood the ram in the bush, you'll know where I'm coming from and you'll know where I'm heading. Okay? So the topic is never will see the bigger picture. I won't see the overall picture, the fullness. But it's knowing that y'all put this on my heart, that they never will see the bigger picture. That's saddening to me. Even though the comforter is a part of it that comforts me, to let me know that it ain't you, baby. You ain't off course. You in the right place. You got to endure this. That's what the long suffering is for. You. That's what the endurance is for, Deborah. You got to endure it. Even if you got to walk where 1 million people and you the only one on one side, stay on that one side. Don't go in the direction of 1 million. You see? That's how he has taught me throughout my life. Don't go on the other end. Because the other end, just because you see 1 million, don't go over there. Stay on the side in which I have ordained, predestined, foreknew before the foundation of the world created in you. The journey itself. So we're going to cover something, and it's going to mess a lot of you all up, because you're going to find out something that you never knew. Because if I can find out something through the Ruach today, this morning, you're going to find out something as well. Now, here we go. It started with the word bone. I was willing to get to the kitchen table and say, okay, I'm going to rest on this word bone. And as I was resting on bone, he said, no, that's not what I want to take you. I want to take you why it'll never will see the bigger picture. You mean it never was the Most High's will that the bigger picture be seen? Nope. It was never the Father in the kingdom will that the bigger picture be seen. He don't want his glory in the world. You see? He don't want to feel that people like what you see today, faking it, thinking you're going to make it because you're faking it so well. He don't want that in the world, because the world loves its own. It'll fake it until it make it, until it think it's going to make it. So what is he showing me? He's showing me, and he's climbing on top of me with what he already taught me. And that is, in the beginning, he created everything with the word let. Let is his power. He was telling his power, as you would tell your hand, your mind, you can say, I'm going to pick up this book. Pick up that book without your hand. Let me see you pick it up. You think it, and your hand puts it here and do what your mind's thought. Well, with the Most High Yah, it's more powerful. He's a spirit speaking what? Word. He is the word, not words with an S. When he speaks the word, his right hand is right there, his all power, his only begotten. Ooh, Deborah, I see where you're going with this. All of a sudden, create everything he's speaking. So as he's sitting here speaking, his power is performing the creation. That's why he says, and he saw it was good. You should have known it was good if you spoke it. That's your word. Woo-wee. Deborah, you better leave y'all alone. You better leave him alone. Okay. These are the sort of questions I say to the Most High Yah, because I ain't got no sense, and he knows it. And that's why I think he teaches me the way that he teaches me. Because I ask questions like he told me when I was 18 that no man can answer. So here it is. He's creating everything in his power right there, bringing it forth. He's speaking. He is the word. He is the spirit. He is the Father, and he is all power, and it's doing the creation. The word spoke to the hand, bring it power, and the eye said, I saw, and it was good. He was using himself all the time. But watch this, y'all. So I got at the kitchen, started to lean on bones, because before I fell asleep last night, I heard a man teach this about bones and about in Genesis. The Father took me all the way to the cliff and pushed me off. I was like, wait a minute. That man didn't say nothing about this. I know he didn't. I'm saying it to you. So I'm learning it as I be revealed certain things as the Ruach teaching me. And I'm like, okay, and listen to this, y'all. This is gonna blow your mind. And this answer all the questions of why there is a gender battle. It answered all the questions. And it started in Genesis, where they got off. They were on the right road, Adam and Eve, and they decided to make a left turn to the tree of knowledge and good and evil. Were they on the right road to make that right? Yes, they were. But they decided to take the left lane, which heaven knew they would. That's why he put the tree in the left lane for them. Okay? So this is what the Father taught me this morning. I'm gonna break it all the way down, because you're gonna need to be broken down. And I really wanted you all to really participate in it, because I need you to understand a lot of things which were a lie. I spoke to you all many times through many videos about how man lied about the words. 100% true today. But it's greater. It's a greater lie today, because now Yah has poured out spirit and truth so heavy and brightened the light so I could see it. Okay. So right here you see, this is a body of a human being. Okay. Sister Deborah always taught you about the flesh. You might can't see it. I identify the flesh as black. Okay. And I left my paper that was all black, a black board, and I left it at the store, and I didn't want to go back to get it. It was supposed to be my outside. It was the outside of this here human body. This is a human body, and it was supposed to be black on the outside. So I call myself using black here to identify as flesh. We have here flesh. You see, I got it in the corner where it belongs. 6 foot under. That's the place he got it. It's going. Okay. But I got flesh here because I want you to know the outside of this is black. It is flesh. Okay. This is the flesh. The neon yellow. You see this neon yellow up here? All of this neon yellow is still in the shape of the what? The body of the flesh. It's the spirit. Whose spirit? It's your spirit. It was what was given to you. When he blew in the breath, it came with a spirit. Okay? Now, this is what Sister Deborah did not know that the Holy Spirit taught me. I'm going to tell y'all something. Any men on this page, you need to get off of it, because this is strictly food for the spirit and not food for Satan. Because this is a powerful message. A very powerful message. It's all the message that Sister Deborah have ever said about men. I'm going to bring it to the forefront. And they can't even go around it. Okay? So here we got the neon yellow here. That's our spirit. When Yah blew into us his image. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. We're going to hang on that page and that page only, okay? What he did is he blew into man his image. Remember in Genesis 1 and verse 26, it talks about, and Yah said, let and make Somebody he's saying, or something he's saying, let and make. It's time to make something. He's talking to us, him own self. Watch this here. Man in our image and in our likeness. And this is what he's saying, in his image and the way he liked it. His likeness. His image and his likeness. What is his image? A spirit. So he made man first and foremost. The plan was to give him his image. That's the highlighted yellow. That's the image of Yah. So when you see this neon yellow, that's the image of Yah that he gave unto man. Through the breath of life, that's how man got that image. Through the breath took in man a spirit, which is an image like unto Yah. Okay, now watch this here. Now you're dealing with flesh, which is the black dark part, and you're dealing with spirit. But guess what? He taught me something this morning. And he showed me how, exactly how they divided who he is in his image. How did they destroy it? Now, where Sister Deborah was wrong was the spirit that he blew into us. The spirit of his image that he blew into us is this yellow turquoise. I got it right. The black that's bordered around the spirit is called the flesh. I got that right. I even got soul right, not being an entity. It's just something the Roman Catholic put there. I got that right. But guess what I got wrong? And I learned that today. And it was all well with me. Because he's always been, I told y'all since I was 4, he's always wanted to come, step into me and he give it to me. He sock it to me. He don't care if it's nobody on the left. He don't care if it's nobody on the right. He just give it to me. Guess what I learned today? And many of you probably heard of it, but no one ever stood on a mountaintop and proclaimed it and let it stick solid. The image of Yah is not just his spirit. It is feminine. It's pink. And it is masculine. Yah's spirit of his image carries 2 things, y'all. His spirit, like a spirit he gives us. First, we got to lay us to the side, kick us to the side, kick Adam to the side. What is you, Father Yah? What are you? Well, Deborah, I'm a spirit. And I'm a feminine. And I'm a masculine spirit. Is this why you hear a lot of these male teachers and bishops and priests always dealing with that feminine? Oh, Father Yah. You're taking me too deep now. You're taking me too deep. You're taking me too deep. I can't go there. I can't go there right now. That's too deep. That's too deep. I can't bring that. Ooh, Father, no. I can't go there. I can't go there. Oh, I can't go there right now. Please bear with me. Bear with me, Father Yah. Bear with me. Maybe. Let me get some strength, Father Yah. Okay. Father Yah is a spirit. And he wanted to give what he wanted to create 2 things. He wanted to give them his image. His image is a spirit. So he gave all us a spirit. You got a spirit, I got a spirit. But he got something else about him that's detached to his image. It is a feminine spirit, and he's a masculine spirit. He's 2, y'all, in 1. You see that? He's 2 in 1. Man has lied, as James Brown said, this is a man's world. You're right. I like what James Brown said when he said a man world. You got it right, bro. World. So you know who down here to deceive the whole world. You got it. You got it. And this is what this is all going to lead up to, y'all. So what the Father was sharing with me, Deborah, he dropped the ball. He said, right dead in my lap. He said, now, Deborah, I am a feminine and I am a masculine spirit. A feminine and a masculine spirit, Deborah. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, there go the word, W-O-R-K. That's when he speak. Let, he says something, let us, which is his power, make. Let us make. Make is us. It is his power. It's a part of him that is his power. So now Yah is speaking with his word. And let us is his power. Make is going to bring the power forth. And create whatever let speak. Make is going to perform it, which is us. Let is Yah speaking to his right hand, us. Make. Now we about to make something, man. Here it is, y'all. Let us make man. Listen to what he said. In our image and after our likeness. And let them have dominion over. So listen to what he's saying. He's saying our image and our likeness. Let's rumble. Let's make it. Now he's calling it a M-A-N. But what's inside of that M-A-N? Two entities. Woo-wee. He's creating two entities, y'all. He's creating the female entity of who he is, and he's creating the masculine image of who he is. That's his image. That's his image. Two parts to him, male and female. Feminine, and masculine. It's what Sister Deborah never taught, never knew. That's connected and is oneness with his spirit. All this time, they thinking they get into the kingdom and they're going to deal with a masculine creator. The Father want me to tell you this. You's a liar that's already written in the Lamb Book of Life. How you like him now. Okay? You're not going to get to the kingdom and see on the throne one like unto a man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to get that. You're going to see on the throne a spirit. You're going to see a spirit. It's not going to be what you down on the earth line that it is. In the kingdom, that image, I'm sitting here watching him say to the power, to his own self. He said, make in our image. Our image. And in our likeness. Let's make that. Come on, power. Let's put it together. Now watch this here. As you continue to read, he says, have dominion. Wait a minute. Hold up. Now, I know about that dominion you put for both of them. I know about that. You know why, Deborah? Because according to represent a spirit of my image, you got to have the female, feminine, and you have to have the masculine in me. So this is what he's saying. When he created it, he turned around and on 27, so Yah created man in his own image. What is his own image? What is Yah's own image? What? Not a man or a woman on this earth can tell you Yah's own image. They're going to either live out him as a spirit, or they're going to live out the feminine part of him, or they're going to live out the masculine, and they'll never, as he said, we'll see the bigger picture, Deborah. they won't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is when I'm going to sum this bad boy up. Okay? The bigger picture is what I'm showing you right now. Listen to what he says in 27. So Yah created man in his own image. That's why it took it from us and to own, because he knew that he is the power of his own self. And he says he created in verse 27, Genesis chapter 1 and 27. So Yah created man in his own. He wants you to know, my own, Deborah, my own image, Deborah. What is your own image, Father Yah? In the image of Yah created he him, Deborah. He him what? Male and female created them. He decided to take and make his feminine image to be female. And he took and made his masculine image to be male. That's deep, y'all. That's deeper than deep. That's deeper than deep. I'm going to show you what I wrote up on. I pulled up on him. Yep, I pulled up on him. Yes, I did. I pulled up on him. He telling me this. You mean to tell me this is how you came up with 27 male and Yah created him? A male and a female created them. So it's showing you it was them. He divided his who he is. He's both parts. And he made the female his feminine part. And he made man his masculine part. The title is Never Will You See the Bigger Picture. This whole world is why I told y'all in Genesis 1, if they missed that, this is why the whole earth is off course. And you're going to understand what I'm saying before I finish. Okay? So as he was showing me that, it went down and he went and gave them dominion. Why? Y'all, it's powerful, y'all. Sister Deborah tried, and I ain't going to say I tried because I didn't put no hardcore effort, but I guess I did, because I think I at least made about 300 videos regarding Genesis 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and how it's something wrong with it. The picture don't look good. All this is messed up from the floor up. This don't make no sense because he created them. So what we did not do is we didn't have the respect to understand that them is in him. That's why he made him male and female. There's nothing on this earth should have separated them from him. Whether it's the female entity or the masculine entity, it's really what he's been telling y'all. That's them. These men didn't lie. But my problem was, you let him do it. He said, but Deborah, before the foundation of the world, I knew they would take it and turn it upside down and bend it all up and out. They would add and they would take away. I knew that before the foundation of the world. But it didn't change spirit and truth. It still left it there because that's how you know, Deborah, what you know today. So that's why I say you can't get this book and think you're going to nail it through it. You got to make sure that you have the Holy Spirit if you really want to know spirit and truth. You got to have that at Ruach. Because if you think you're going to live on this book alone, you ain't. You need that spiritual food. Now watch this. So I'm like saying, okay, Father, so what are you saying? He said, Deborah, when I spoke of them, y'all, this is going to mess y'all up. When I spoke of them, I spoke of them. Because I'm two entities, Deborah. I'm male and female. I'm feminine and I'm masculine. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to say what he said to me right now while I'm sitting here. He said, many knew it. Did they teach it? No. He said, many knew it. Why did they know it? Because the men wanted to keep it in the closet, even to today, that it's more about the masculine than a feminine. But if it was more about, now he said to me, if it was more about the masculine, Deborah, then the feminine. Why did I say them? Who can break that up? Try breaking that up. Why would I call them having dominion if I meant that man should have dominion? Why would I call them? When I know to be, I can't go too far, y'all. I got to give you all the whole overall. So what he just showed to me is that the men on the earth is what destroyed the earth, because they destroyed truth from the beginning. That's why I try to tell y'all, when they get to telling us about Adam and Eve, and Eve did it, Eve did it, y'all want you to know y'all fell for it. That's on y'all. That's why I was so glad the things that he was teaching me took me away from Eve and made me rest on man. Always. Because I look over there and I keep saying, well, wait a minute, you said dominion for them. What made you switch? Oh, they said that he said that Eve did this and she entertained. Y'all got to understand that. What really is going on here? There was some work being done in the spirit, y'all. So it wasn't the work of the flesh. It was the work of the spirit being going on. They chose the tree out of the spirit realm and not the flesh. So therefore, what? She cannot entice him. You see? Because it was his spirit and not the flesh. It was not food or fruit that you eat for the body, as they told you in the book, but yet no one never realized that's a lie. Have it ever dawned on y'all that the tree, what a fruit, wasn't really what you call literally fruit? Who was really the serpent? What was that in there? See, no one really wants to really ask the real question, but y'all broke me down today. He said, this is why never will they see the bigger picture. And I'm like, so you created it so they can't see it, make sure they don't see it. He said, no, it was only for those who I have given the eyes to see and the ear to hear. So I said, so we alone? Yes, you are. You see? This is why I can break this down like I'm going to do today. And you're going to walk out of here and then one of you don't get it. I'm going to be honest with you. But it don't matter. It don't matter, y'all. Because when he gave it to me, I'm breaking it out to whoever that one is. I'm giving it to him right now. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I don't want to wait till a week from now or two. I want to give it to him right now because they're still fresh in me the way he gave it to me. Now, y'all is wanting y'all to know it's no such thing as a man having dominion on the earth. And when I finish showing y'all going to see it for what it really is. Man created the lie with Satan. It was always man who did that. Now, even to the point I got to say it to the Father. I said, but as they understand that you created Adam first, he said Adam was created and Eve was created separate because each one of them, even their insides, is totally different, Deborah. Both of them have my image, which is my spirit. Both of them have who I am. He has the masculine part of who I am, and she has the female part of who I am. Who on the earth can separate the two? Nobody, y'all. But man did it. Man did it. He separated the entity of the father as a female and the entity of the male as masculine on the one side, and cause us to live as if Yah is split in half. And he created them to rule. Remember, I told y'all time after time, how is it him when he said them? I couldn't get it, y'all. Why is it, Father, you said them and they making it him? How could it be him if you said them? I lost. So all I did is say, okay, the world is dark. If I have to sit in light by myself, I'm going to do that, y'all. I don't need now one of y'all to sit in light with me because the light is surely bright to me. You see what I'm saying? So when you sit in darkness, you don't see the light. Because you've been in darkness so long, you don't know what light even is supposed to look like. Now the Father is revealed to me in these end days. What did he say? I will pour out my spirit. And anything in darkness, Deborah, I'm going to bring to the light. And this has been in darkness since the beginning of time. That man has put the lie out. It only made Yah an image of masculine. That's why they can't get over their masculine ways, mindset, is because they lied on Yah. They didn't tell the world Yah is both two. His image is a spirit that has a female entity and a masculine entity. And he said, let us make them in our image. What is his image? A spirit and a female and a male entity. So he created them, male and female. And it's still in him, y'all. What are we down here doing? If it's still in him, why are we down here? That's why he called them them. And just because he called them them and he made man first, didn't separate her from him. She was as equal. She was as equal. Y'all don't have, how dare we even think that y'all had is divided. One part of him is greater than the other. That's his image. They both equally in him. He has a female that is who his image is, and he has a masculine entity that is his image. They are his in his spirit. He's an image of a spirit, and both of these entities are in him equally. And that's why he called them them. And when this, let me show you what he's telling me now. I'm giving y'all what he told me. He said, not only did I call them, go back, Deborah, and look what it says. Where's that word? And he created man in his image and created he him. Male and female created he them. He put the male and the female together as them. And then he said in verse 28, and Yah blessed them. No. That's not what he want me to look at. Go back up to verse 26. This is what he said. He said, now, show them right now. Now, this is not what he taught me, y'all. He didn't give me this for, so I'm telling y'all, this is him telling me now while I'm talking to you. He said, go back to Genesis 1:26, Deborah. Read over 26, the first two sentences. And Yah said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Let them, not him. Let them, not him. Let them, not him. Let them have dominion. So that's always confused, Sister Deborah. I had an issue with that, Father, y'all. You know I had an issue with that. How you gonna call them out as them and then tell them you giving both of them dominion, but yet the world treating it like the masculine is greater than the female part? He said, but Deborah, that's why the world is off course, just because of this. Did y'all know that? I knew you wasn't gonna get it. Just because of what I'm talking about now is the reason why the world is off course. Because in heaven, he knew from his own creation, with his own right hand, his own stretched out arm, did he create man, male, and female, and they took it away and made it about male. See, Deborah, I told you. You thought you was telling them something when you said, I said, if they missed Genesis 1, they'd missed the whole thing. That's how the world is off course. Because they took the dominion away from where I had it. And when I finish with this is going to mess you up. Now, he wanted me to go back to give you one thing in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 22. And this is what went over your heads and you didn't get it. The word dominion. That dominion is for today all the way to the end. That dominion was for today all the way to the end. That's what the masculine men did. They took the creation apart and made it about them. After the creator made it about him, and they took it and poured it apart from them having dominion to him. So what did they do? They created a world by saying the female messed it up. So now only one gonna lead is the dominion part. It's the female, which is who? The masculine. Y'all said he wants you to know that's a lie from the pit of hell. It always was and always will be. It's everything is already assigned and written. That's the lie, y'all, that made the whole world as crooked as it is. Because I think about all the time. I say, I know you never made Satan the reason why the world was so loaded with what it is. He came down to deceive. Now, if you son yours down, how did he deceive theirs when you son yours down? That's the whole idea. We was deceived by the words of man. Were they working on Satan's behalf? Yes, they was working, but they didn't have to. That's why when we go before judgment, when we stand before judgment, each and every last one of us, if it was Satan's fault that we really got to where we at today, y'all would have him standing there on the right-hand side saying, the reason why you did what you did is because of this serpent on the side, right? Yes, I did. You still going where the serpent's going. You see the point I'm saying? You still will go to the lake of hell where the serpent is going. But if you think for 1 minute, if y'all is going to hold Satan for the way you conduct yourself on this earth, you lost. You're lost already. No, he's going to judge you. Because every word I'm saying right now is the reason why the world is out of order. Now watch this. So now, how did they do it? How far did they do this? Well, Deborah, what they did is they separated and split up. They split me up. And they can't do that, Deborah. But they did it. And guess what, Deborah? I knew that they would. They turned around and took my image and made it a masculine when I am both feminine, and masculine. And they took on the masculine, and that's what's ruled the world. Everything on earth has been ruled by the masculine. And y'all said, that's not my image. My image can only be one. One spirit with female entity and a feminine entity and a masculine. When you split it up, you're only bringing Satan in. Because he's going to let you men be the masculine, and he's going to work on the part that the women were supposed to be and cause you to hate the female female entities. Female, you're going to cause them to hate the female so that you can continue being the masculine one and the only one. That's how they got in there. And I try to tell y'all a couple of years ago that something wrong with that picture. Something I always told y'all that something wrong with Genesis 3 and 2, where you can see where the smear is at. Only one can let you know that is the Holy Spirit. Sister Deborah ain't just waking up and growing up reading this book and thinking this is this. No, I'm talking about what the Spirit taught me. Something was always wrong with that picture. So the Father is saying this is why the world is in the way that it is. So what James Brown was saying, this is a man's world. He's right. Because this is what the man did. They took the part of Yah for the masculine and they ruled the world with Satan. And they never let the one that was the feminine one, which is supposed to rule with the masculine as one. So let's go. Let's rumble. Now we're finna get to where the good part. So it landed on the bones as well. Adam said, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Understand? No, he want me to go back. Go back, Deborah. Go back. Okay. Why I'm going back? Because I missed something. Going back means you got to go back to where he created man. And he said they set it up so you could see that man was created first. He said, but Deborah, when you went into the Gospel of John, you knew that the light was my spirit. That light is who I am. That's my image. That's my spirit, Deborah, that I put in man. So when I created Adam and I blew in my spirit, I blew in y'all didn't blow his spirit. He got his own spirit. He blew in an image like unto his spirit to give Adam his own spirit. Okay, that's how it is. When he blows a spirit into Adam, now Adam has a image of a spirit, like Yah has an image of a spirit. Okay, but what Yah said is when he blew into Adam and he gave him a spirit, Adam ended up with the masculine part of who Yah is in his spirit. He ended up with the masculine part of who he is in his spirit. Okay? Not only is it who he is in his spirit, it's who he is in his flesh. The masculine part. So while he's lying there, Yah decide to put all the seeds in the womb of Adam. But when he created woman, Adam wasn't present. Where we getting messed up at is the way they rewrote it, y'all. It's all rewrote. But this is the part I want to give to y'all that the Father want me to give you all. And that is, he told me, because I questioned him, and I did, and I know I was a little harsh. I was a little harsh, even when I was young. Why is it that it is said that you said everything you created, it was good. It was good. Everything you created, it was good. It was good. But when you created man, it is said you put him in the garden. You created him. And then you said it is not good for man to be alone. You know what I asked him? I said, ain't nobody created him alone but you. Ain't nobody fault because you created him by yourself. You created him, but now you say it is not good when you created everything and called it good. And then now when you put man somewhere, you mean it is not good. Guess what he's talking about, y'all? What the Father is saying, it is not good that man, the masculine, reside on the earth alone. For I am female. I am feminine. I'm not just masculine, Deborah. I am feminine. So when I saw Adam, he was uncompleted. He was uncompleted, only upholding the masculine part of me, Deborah. Oh, it's not good because I'm not just masculine, I'm feminine. So I got to make him a helpmate to meet my will of my image. See, it was always his will. It wasn't man created, a woman created for man. There's a lie from the pit of hell. Ain't nothing created here for man but his own stanky tail. Only thing he has control over is his bowels. That's it. He don't know it, but that's it. So here it is. He said, when I put Adam there, I said, it's not good. I'm saying it's not good. It's not good, Deborah. It's not good. I'm like saying, but you put him in there. I didn't. That's what I said to the Father. I said, I didn't put him in there. You did. Everything you created, you said it was good, and now you got him in there, and you said this ain't good. What's going on? He said, this is it, Deborah, right here. Right here. He never created masculine on the earth only, because that wouldn't be him. He is both. He is masculine and female, feminine. So he said, let me make a helpmeet for him. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I got to make a help me for them. For him. So he created woman. And then he handed to Adam, and Adam said, bones of my bone, flesh of my flesh. What was Adam talking about? That nasty flesh, this black part. Bones, that's the flesh. Bones and flesh go back to the earth. That's his flesh. He said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. You didn't hear him call out Yah image, did you? That's what was in them. That's why Yah is hung up on the man, masculine entity, and the female, the feminine entity coming together to bring his oneness. One. He ain't thinking about no flesh. And he told y'all over and over, this is a mystery. The mystery was that he is masculine and he is female. That's why homosexual ain't got no place in here. He's not letting you pull up all males, all females. Let this whole earth be all females. Let this whole earth be all male. Let all the ruling earth be female, feminine, and let all that let all the ones that rule the earth be masculine. And that's what they did. They turned the earth into being ruled by masculine, and they done away with the female part of who Yah is. So therefore, when you pull up and you take away the female, the feminine part of who Yah is, away from the control of the whole world, you messed it up from the floor. That's what you see today. When you took this part away and done away with it and made it a slave, made it a servant, made it nothing, you took away Yah. You took away Yah, because Yah is have feminine. That's why you wonder that these ignorant men running around here trying to figure out Mother Earth. You see, and all this other stuff, femalish. Because Yah was trying to show y'all stupid tails that you all took the part of him that was feminine out, and he added back in by letting you know, if the earth is female, then how in the right behind you ruling the earth with masculine? What they didn't know, he had a ram in the bush. He called the earth what he was. His feminine part. Who came out of that feminine part? The masculine. You see that? You see how they screwed it all up? How did they screw it up? By taking it out of the order of Genesis chapter 1 and 26, them, and made the whole world him, masculine. And women thinking they got their way. You know how long, not just, I'm sure how deep, it's real deep, y'all. It don't have nothing to do with black and white. It don't have nothing to do with nations. All these nations in this world have done women like this from the beginning of time. Why? He said that's how the world got to the way it is. They didn't allow the part of me, Deborah, that is feminine, take its righteous place. Because in the beginning, when I created them, Deborah, I made it male and female for a reason. Why was that? Well, what was your reason for all the y'all? Because Deborah, I have an image of a spirit that is masculine and it is feminine. They took the part of who I am out and made it masculine and ruled the world on the level of masculine. Even redone the book to make it look like they can destroy the feminine part of who I am, just to be all that they have been to destroy the world. Makes a whole lot of sense. So when you see this here gender war, it's bigger than you all even think, because it starts where? Back to Genesis, his image. It takes you all the way back home to the beginning. What do you mean, Debbie? It takes you back to Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Yah's image was and is feminine and masculine. How in the rest behind this whole world was ran by masculine, and no one was able to pinpoint it but Satan. Satan saw man take the creation of Yah out of order, and he wore it out for his purpose. And he got with them, and they did everything to exclude this feminine part of who Yah is. They had no idea that that feminine part that gave that woman a spirit and gave her a feminine spirit, that she is feminine on the inside and the out. Instead, because when you come back to glory, he said it's a mystery. He said, a man shall leave his mother and his father. That's why he made it known that a man is supposed to leave to cleave to this one here. Because that's the only way you can be made whole in the eyes of Yah. You can't be made whole masculine. You can't be made whole in a household. You can't be made whole in a synagogue, a church, a temple. You cannot be made whole by the masculine spirit. To pull up in any sanctuary, any church, any temple, you better pull up with feminine, and you better pull up with masculine together. That's the only thing that make it Yah. So what did they do? They built all the churches, the Roman Pope, the Catholics, from men. The Christians follow right behind them, signing up to get the 401k, whatever, not that 401, their 401k or whatever they get. Everybody signing up for the beast, for the evil and wicked of the darkness. Not just today, but yesterday. What was they signing up? They were signing up as masculine. Not understanding it's no temple, none whatsoever, that's going to only have the masculine. And where the problem came in is where they said, Paul said, a woman not supposed to speak. I never could understand. Father, you know, all the dirt came from the words. All the dirt came out of these words, Father. He said, Deborah, that's why I taught you at a young age that those are words, but I am the word. Woo-wee! So I don't have to do like y'all do, you know, take this book and make it. See, I go this route here, where the ruach in me teach me. I don't have to rumble the way y'all rumble. I go this route, where the word teach me. And what did he say? And because they had done away with it throughout time, they took it from the beginning and split it in half. They didn't split it in half. They took the wholeness of who he is. That's why he said a man should leave his mother and his father to cleave to what? The feminine part. Because I am masculine and feminine. That's why you got Lot, Solomon, and Gomorrah. Did y'all know Judah? You got 85%, no, 85, I can say 85, Father, I can say 85. 85% of Judah men had a man or another in their lives. I know women, now one of you knew your husband had him. Now one of you knew your brother. Now one of you knew your son. Now one of you knew none of your friend. You never knew it because they ain't gonna tell you. That's what's called in the closet, and out of the closet, under the bed. You see? This is why homosexual is heavy amongst the masculine. Always was, y'all. Always was. Look at the book of Judge. When he came to the town of Dan, now I wanted the town of Dan. I think it was Dan. No, it was Benjamin. And the men in the town wanted to really have sex with the king, the ex-king of Judah. And they put the women out there. That's why Lot said, hear me now. That's why Lot said, don't do these things to these men. That is ungodly in a sense, which is a sin here. Take these women. I got daughters. Have them. That's what Lot said. That's what the judge man and the judge wanted to take his, is it Corkenpine, and his daughter, get him. Have my daughters. Don't do this to these men. Have my daughters. Because it's a known fact. They didn't broke this here feminine part. Sex trafficking. Why do you think back in the Romans they had little boys on the side of them? Because they made everything masculine. Everything that was around them was always masculine. Women just there for show. That's what's going on today. A lot of women, husband, wife, grandfather, pawpaw, daddies in the homes been molesting their daughters, their sons, all their lives. And they want you to come up and be different today. No, you can't. You got to be delivered by the Most High Yah today. From all that darkness of yesterday, you need a deliverance. You don't need a psychiatrist. You don't need somebody who don't have spirit and truth with the light. You need deliverance. And the reason why you ain't going to get it is because you've been told wrong all your life, all your living, and you still think you're holding on to something. And all you're holding on to is a bunch of lies. So here we go. The Father wants you to know Adam could not be oneness until he's able to bring in woman. Y'all don't mess around. You know that, y'all? The Most High, y'all don't mess around. He said, man cannot be a oneness in me until my feminine part is included into one. All this stuff about them ruling, all this stuff about what you seen, it's because they got out of this order, baby. And they made it, and they smeared it, and then they made it look like it was a reason to take her out. But what they didn't know, Father had a ram in the bush. He said, I am her and him. That's why I made them, male and female. See, what another thing, I'm going to show you how ignorant people really are. I'm going to show you how deep the ignorance is. Watch this here. In Genesis chapter 1, I'm going to show you what you never thought to look. Right here in Genesis chapter 1, he said right here in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So Yah created man in his own. His own image. Not your image, but his own image. When Father Yah, what is your image? It's a spirit, Deborah, and it's a female entity spirit, and it's a male entity spirit, masculine. That's my image. Now watch what he says. He said he got it right here. His own image. Not your mama's and your daddy's image, but Yah's own image assigned you to be male or masculine or female or feminine. That's why you are a female and he is a male, but you're nothing on the earth until you understand. To come into Yah together, you have to respect the whole, because Yah is a oneness. And he told you all that this is a mystery. Why is it a mystery? Because they took it from the creative position for thousands of years. But I held it in the kingdom as a mystery, because when they pull up, they're going to understand how they took and separate and rule the world. See, we thinking we're going to pull up and he already got us rolling in. You know what? He ain't going to be dealing with us, telling us, letting us justify, clarify, and identify why we lied, why we murdered, why we killed, why we steal, why our greed was so high and our envy and our jealousy. He ain't going to stand in no kingdom and wait for you to tell your whole story. He going to already know where you belong. Go. I never knew you. As far as something coming back to my kingdom. Take your tail on. So what they did is they took this here masculine and they ruled the world from the masculine level, y'all. So that's why he said it's a mystery. Because what I said to him, I said, you mean to tell me you're going to let this masculine part totally control the whole spirit of a woman with the masculine spirit. And then she's gonna have to stand before you in judgment and be judged because he ruled it. Yes, she will. I created it. I knew in the kingdom whom I was going to allow to understand it, and whom wasn't going to have an opportunity. That's the whole topic of this message. Never will see the bigger picture. You ain't gonna never see the bigger picture because you ain't saw the smaller piece, the part of the picture. So what makes you think you're gonna see the bigger picture? The bigger picture is man ruled the world with Satan as a masculine control. Y'all said he didn't created it for the masculine to be controlling the world, because that means that he ain't controlling it. Only time he control it is when it's both female and masculine, like he created here in Genesis 1, and he called them have dominion. So about Eve doing what she did in the garden, a lot of that was a lie, y'all. Just like I told y'all many times. It don't make sense. None of it made sense. But now it makes sense. It makes sense to me because I realized that, because I used to wonder, why was he called Mother Earth? Everything is a mother or a female entity. Why? Because he wants to get us to understand from spirit and truth. In the spiritual realm, there's feminine, him, and he's part masculine, him. That's what Yah is. That's why he created you in his image. So you can have a spirit like unto his image. What Sister Deborah never told you, the image of his spirit, but he gave you his masculine part of his spirit. The image of his masculine part of his spirit. And he gave the woman the image of his feminine part of his spirit. And he said, okay, y'all, that's what make me want go do things as them. Man took it, belittled her for thousands of years, which he had no idea. He was belittling what Yah put there to be in the world as them, the feminine part. And that's what you see today. They trying to fight against the feminine part. Because for all the years they existed, they let the masculine rule. And the will of the Father was never to let the masculine rule, but that the feminine and the masculine, as he is, as he was, as he shall be in the spirit, was to rule this earth together. That's why it's off course. That's deep, and it makes sense though. Listen how it makes sense. If the creator, I know I can't get this through y'all. If the creator is feminine and masculine, he created everything. What is the masculine, the only thing ruling on the earth? You see what I'm saying? He knew what the feminine part can do, because he's feminine too. He's the creator. And he knew what the masculine could do, because he's masculine. He's the creator. He's both. When we talk about the tools, he's both. And we went and stripped him for all that he is and made him what we wanted him to be. And now he's all over, and here we are looking stupid. Looking stupid. So he said to me, never will they see the bigger picture, Deborah. I said to him, I know I can't see the bigger picture because I haven't seen the bigger picture, because you keep adding on to the picture. Don't ever think that you know everything. Always leave room to know something, to where somebody can teach you something, somebody can tell you something. This is where it's going to get broke down at, y'all. I want anybody and everybody to look up the word bone in Hebrew. The word bone in Hebrew. So when he created her, he meant, let me show y'all what y'all don't, y'all still don't understand what I'm saying. Because when he created her and he created him, in Yah, that's what make a oneness, y'all. That's what makes a oneness. That's why he would leave his mother and father. He would cling to her, because without her and you, in your masculine and her female, feminine, you cannot be one in Yah. There's no such thing, man ruling, controlling, overseer, head, power. They put all that mess in them, that instructions and direction book. They smeared it. They smeared it, because it's still gonna have to go back to Genesis 1, where the truth really rests. So when we get to bone, anybody, not nobody, can pull up the word bone in Hebrew. No one. Okay. Tell y'all where y'all at, huh? The word bone in Hebrew means strength and might. Strength and might. In Hebrew, the word bone means strength and mighty. Strength and mighty. Man was created as the masculine entity of the Father in the kingdom. Woman was created as the feminine part of Yah in the kingdom. Yah make up his image, and his spirit is masculine and feminine. You cannot take his feminine part of him and just be masculine. You cannot take the masculine part of him and be just feminine. But the world is sick. They're this homosexual and all this stuff, and they still doing things based on the masculine mindset. But still yet no. Blaming the feminine for all the things from Genesis 1 that has been erased out of the will of the right-hand power of Yah. And they took it and made it the masculine way to rule, to have dominion, with Genesis 1, verse 26. Let them. What does them represent? Him in his wholeness. Them represent him. Yah in his wholeness represent them. What do you mean them, Father? Male and female, Deborah. It's my feminine part and it's my masculine part. I'm making them out of. Ain't nobody on this earth created male and female. Have you ever thought about that? Which one of y'all jack legs can jack leg up something being a female and something being a male? Something the scientists still trying to do. You can't. Female and male came from the kingdom as feminine creator and a masculine creator, but in his oneness of who he is oneness in the spirit of his image, carrying feminine and masculine at the same time. He is one. And you're trying to get the Ruach. How you gonna get the Ruach and don't even know who he is? How is he in you and you don't know who he is? That's what he come back to me and said this morning. Deborah, never will see a bigger picture. And that's what he dropped in me. And I give him glory and honor and praise. I feel grateful. I feel grateful. Just for him allowed me at 64 years old to really get a grip of why he said a man and a woman should come together and they should be one. Why Adam is saying bone. She's made out of bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. No, bro. Check. Let's deal with the spirit. How about that? Let's rumble with that spirit part of who she is. Let's rumble with the spirit part of who you is. Let's get to that. Let's get to the core of that right now and right now. Let's come on. Let's pull up on that. You ain't going to be able to. Because while you said bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, they shall be one. See, y'all telling y'all oneness in something else. And y'all sitting here talking about a oneness in a marriage. He's talking about a oneness of his creation. You can only be a oneness in y'all when you have the female entity and the masculine entity coming together as a oneness in the spirit of a oneness y'all. He ain't gonna let nobody claim to he the son of man. He ain't gonna let you go there. He ain't gonna let you go there calling him the son of man when he know he's the son of Yah. A spirit with all power that has the word. You see? He's not gonna let you do it. You're gonna accept him as all power, the word, and the spirit, who is the Father. You're going to accept him that and get your tail somewhere and sit down. That's why the world in the situation it's in today. Everybody want to make him something that they don't want him to be, but what they want him to be in them or for them to make them feel good. So here where we're at now. All the lies. Now, Sister Deborah, when she get in here, she going to start to see it. And I'm going to have to go back to the altar. Father, y'all, forgive me. Have mercy. Thank you. You so great. You so excellent. You got to go back to him and say, okay, here it is again, Father. Because that opened up a whole new a whole new door for me. It made everything. I keep saying, it seems like every time I turn around, the puzzle is being completed. And you don't even know you got a missing piece. You're sitting here with a puzzle that's totally within you is completed. And all of a sudden he come back and say, here go another piece, Deborah. You forgot to add this one. And I'm like, where did you get that one from? I thought no, it ain't complete. Never will they see the bigger picture. So the puzzle cannot be completed because the problem was the missing pieces was in the beginning of Genesis. And they decided to make their own puzzle pieces. That's why I started off telling you, you got people out here clowning, talking about prophecies. Sit your tails down. You can't tell no prophecies of the Most High Yah. And it ain't given to you by spirit and by truth. It ain't given to you by the light. See, the light gonna let you know what part of the prophecy you got to get right before you speak the prophecy. You can't go speaking the prophecy and you ain't even got the light to shine in on the spirit and truth. You're just reading that book, that instructions and direction, pulling out the prophecies and telling the world that Yah said this and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. What? Let me explain something. Why would you think that a creator would send a man into a country where millions of people and try to inform them that it's going to rain? Oh, it's going to rain. It's going to flood. Yah is telling you to come in from away from your sin and your wicked and your abomination. All them years, knowing that not one going to pull up. You see what I'm saying? So if you think that what I'm saying is for you to get, it's not. That's the whole topic of what he gave me. Never will they see the bigger picture. Never. And if he got to come to my spirit to tell me that, I believe it. Did it bring a sadness? Yes, it did. It's let me know that you're running this race, Deborah. But I'm not putting no one on your left and your right. You just run this race. Yes, you're going to get weary. You're going to get tired. But you're going to have to endure it and long suffering it to the end. Those are saved. People running around here ain't doing nothing. And thinking that they going to make it in on what they heard. No, baby, that ain't it. I was just reading something that I never read before where he was talking about, was it in the Old Testament, about how he was talking about how Israel and Judah, they are not going to enter into the kingdom. Because it's not meant for them. See, we thinking, now I'm going to say we, people thinking that, oh, I can just get on in, I can say I'm going to get. See, everybody thinks it's going to be just like that, but you're going to forget what he says. It's going to be like the days of Noah. So the same mentality that many people are having, it's the same mentality that caused not one to pull up at the ark. Come on now. I said to the Father, I said, come on now. Could have been one, Father. Yeah, come on. He couldn't convince one, Father. He couldn't say nothing that made a difference in one person. Come on now, Father. Come on. Don't do me like that, Father. Yeah, come on. Just one. That's where the long suffering come in. Realize it. That's why he keep telling me that one. It don't mean nothing. Especially when you got the spirit of discernment. And you know how to try the spirit by the spirit, and you're watching the action. People don't know you being watched. Not just by y'all, but by Sister Deborah, and you don't even understand it. Watching it like a whole. Why? Because that's how you try the spirit by the spirit. You'll know what you're dealing with. So here he is telling me and dropping it into me that female and male. Then he got to the bones. I said, now, wait a minute, what's the deal with the bones? Why was there a rib? He said that was not of him. All this time, Sister Deborah been putting it out, feeling within her strong understanding. I had it wrong. I had it right. But the good thing about it is how he pull up and give you another spoonful of it. The bones in Hebrew represent in Hebrew. It represents strength and mighty. So what did Abraham? Okay, come on, pull up, Adam. Bones of my bones. Wait a minute. It looked like if he giving you, made her out of bones of your bones. Wait a minute. Therefore, what did he just do? He gave you strength and mighty. I know that went over your head. You know why? You look up in Hebrew the word bone. And if you looked it up, you will see the meaning in Hebrew. Mighty, strengthen. Now, what did Adam say? What's the deal with the bone, Father? He said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. But let's stick with bone. If we took that bone and looked it up in Hebrew, never look it up in Greek, or no other language, because, and even some of the Hebrew is another English type of Hebrew. But when you look it up and you see the true definition, never deal with Greek, Latin, and no other ones. Those are people who have screwed the book up for you real good, that you've been reading thinking you got it. They the ones screwed it up with the Roman Catholic, because they are Europeans. You see? So what am I saying? If Adam is saying bone of my bone, in Hebrew, bone of my bone definition means strength and mighty. Strength and mighty. So you're saying, y'all bring woman to you. Why didn't you just tell it like it is? Strength, strengthen, and mighty is she. Because that's what she was. Why? He put you as his image. One cannot survive or make it without the other. He even told men, when you deal with the feminine part, I need you to deal with her at the weaker link, or your prayers won't be answered. See, that mentally they didn't get it. They don't get it today. They don't get it. Because he made her a certain way. And he made him a certain way. But he made them two to work together to have dominion. Woman, since the beginning, ain't never had dominion over nothing. And this is what the men are acting a fool about. Wise women trying to work and take care of family because you didn't keep your obligation as your part as a masculine man that hold what? All the image, all the spirits that Yah put in you, which is the seed. Let's go to the Gospel of John, chapter 1. You all sat around all these years And I'm hoping that when I'm gone, that the book, these videos still be up for somebody to read, to be able, somebody that's out there that's seeking spirit and truth. Listen to this. In the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 4. Let's go to verse 3. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 3. Let me stop right there. You know the chapter in the verse where it says that man don't own his own body, but his wife, and his wife don't own her own body, but his man. So how is other wives gonna own your man body if you're supposed to be the owner of your man's body? Y'all get that? So when they went and had all these women, Jacob, you bet it wasn't because it's the way that made y'all happy. Y'all did what he did from the kingdom because he already knew how it was going to go on the earth. You see what I'm saying? He already knew it. So a lot of them don't understand. When I'm sure how deep he already knew it. Why did he let David take that man's wife and get her pregnant? Why did he let David do that? Why did you let him put that man on to be killed on the front line? Why did y'all let him do it? You don't tell him what to do with what is his. He rule it. He make his will his will. He make it his way. That's why he said, for my name's sake. Who got something to say? For my name's sake. Who got something to say? I'm the I am that I am. Tell me who you are. You don't tell me what to do with what is mine. So when you get down to the gospel, even when he talks about it in the Gospel of John, what he's about to do, just take heed. But I'm just showing you how we as individuals don't see it the way y'all knew it would be as he orchestrated it. Because what y'all didn't understand, heaven knew the darkness. He knew what I'm gonna call the evil from the righteous in the kingdom. And that's what he lined everything up from the kingdom. The evil one and the righteous one. He lined everything on the earth from that level. He didn't let the earth have dominion and come up to the kingdom and tell him what to do. The earth, heavens orchestrated everything. I don't know what people get off the earth gonna tell him, the world gonna tell him what to do and how to do it. That's what they do. Because they took the whole idea of his creation in the beginning was them. He wants to show that the part of who he is a spirit in each one of us. We got his image, which is a spirit. Men got the masculine part of his spirit, and women got the female part of his spirit. An image. It's not his spirit, it's an image, like unto his female part. And him masculine is the spirit, like unto his female, his masculine part. Okay? So when you get to the Gospel of John, verse 3, all things were made by him. And without him was not anything made that was made. I like that because she's letting you know only one made. It ain't no Father, Son, Holy Ghost. It ain't no this. One made. It ain't no Son of Man. Son of Man ain't made nothing. In the Gospel of John, chapter 3, it says, all things were made by him. And without him was not anything made that was made. Now listen to this. In him was life. What is the life? The breath. That's what life is. And when life breathes the breath, it gives you a spirit. And it is a spirit of a female entity, or it is a spirit of a masculine entity. Oh yeah. That's why it's neither male nor female in the kingdom. But he gonna let you cut up on the earth as male and female. But then in the kingdom, there ain't no male and female. Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody talk to me. Father, why isn't there male and female up yonder, but down yonder in the world, there's male and female? Something going on. It doesn't make any sense. Because Yah is a oneness. He's both male and female, feminine and masculine. So here it is in verse 4. And in him was life. That's the breath that comes out to give you this yellow part, this spirit. And either you the feminine or you the masculine part of his spirit. Image of his spirit. Likened to his spirit. Okay. But it's not his spirit, it's yours. Okay. So what he's saying is, but he breathed that in. And the life was to give the man the light. There go the light. That's that spirit, that yellow part. That's what he gave men, the yellow part. Notice he said men. There it is. He gave men the masculine part. Why? He gave the spirit of man the masculine part. In the beginning, listen to what he said, verse 5. And the light shineth in darkness. Where's the darkness? The flesh. I know if y'all can't see this black part around here. That's the flesh. And the spirit is that neon. That's inside the flesh. And what else is inside that man's flesh is a male, masculine entity. And he says, and the light shineth in darkness. That's showing you the spirit and the flesh. But the flesh never would comprehend the spirit. So if it don't comprehend that it is an image likened to Yah, which is a spirit, and that it is a masculine part of the spirit of the image of Yah, then it ain't going to have no respect for nothing on the earth. That's why it says, and the darkness comprehend it not. It didn't comprehend that you are only portion. You are a masculine spirit of an image of Yah. It's called a light. He put it in men. Okay, those were the seeds. You see? That shows you everything he created had its purpose, y'all. So if his was that his purpose, what was woman's? Look at all what women have to go through. You want to find your purpose? You know what I tell people? Let a mother be a mother the best way she knows how to be a mother. And when you become the mother, you be the best that you can be. Because if you have a problem with mother and mother have a problem with herself, then it's going to go cycle, on. But you got to let mother be the best that she know how. So when you become a mother, you be the best that you know how. And you be the best that you know how. You see? Same thing with the father. But then he turned around and pulled up in Isaiah and said that in verse 12, that the children is going to oppress the parents. And I said to the father, how is the children oppressing the parents when there ain't none but one parent in the house? And even when it's two, only one doing all the work is the female entity, the feminine part. You see how they have ruled the world, making it fully controlled by masculine, but the female entity labored to get the men masculine where they at. Did y'all know that? Because they gave up who they were in his image so that they can be who they are. So they took this whole spirit of Yah and made him masculine. Now they think when they stand before the throne, they're going to see a masculine man sitting on, look like he's been lifting weights for years. That's how sick their minds are. They are never, like the father told me, never will they see the bigger picture. Yah created it that way so they can't see it. Because they're not going to see it. It's not meant. Because if I'm just now breaking this down, showing you where the ball was dropped way back in Genesis chapter 1. You cannot represent a male entity without having the respect for the feminine entity of a woman. Because he was given to her by who? Yah. Why? Because when he gave us the image of our own spirit, like unto his image, he also gave us a feminine spirit or a masculine one. and it's supposed to reign over into your flesh. This is what you're born as. And here in the Gospel of John, he's letting you know the light shining. That means I gave the men what they needed, Deborah. But their flesh wouldn't let them understand they got a spirit. Praise the mighty Yah. I can totally 100 times 20 million agree with that. They cannot comprehend that they have a spirit. Even the masculine part, they can't even comprehend that they have a spirit. Let known that the spirit of Yah is a spirit, and he gave you a spirit of a masculine and a woman a spirit of the feminine. And if they had any sense, they'll sit down and think, wait a minute, if that's his image, you mean I've been disrespecting his image? For sure. That's why you go into Genesis 1 and 2, it's telling you them, not him, them, male and female. He's letting you know, when I put that breath in you, I gave you two. I gave you to be a woman or a man, feminine or masculine, because I am feminine and I am masculine. That's a part of my image. That will bust every bubble of every man on this earth to know that. It will make them find out that all these years, not only have they been living wrong, doing wrong, thinking wrong, feeling wrong, acting wrong, they're wrong all the way. And don't think y'all don't have it written. Were their eternal destiny. Were their eternal destiny. Okay? So when I get to 9, the Gospel of John chapter 1 and verse 9, it says, that was the true light, which lit every man that cometh into the world. So this male entity, which is masculine, have no idea that inside his womb are all the seeds. The seeds are planted in him. That's why he said, I visit the Father, children. A lot of y'all ain't never thought of that either. Never thought to even think of it right. Why is he always saying, I visit the iniquity of the Father? 3 to 4 generations, called generational curses in the world. Why is the children totally identical to the Father? You want me to tell you? Because what this spiritual man did with his entity in the image of a spirit that Yah gave him, he took on the masculine part, not having respect for the feminine part of who Yah is in woman. So woman has been totally disrespected and going to continue to be disrespected because it's over. It's finished. They did exactly what heaven wrote out and wrote up and wrote down that they would be and do. It's over. It's finished. It's nothing you can add to it. It's nothing you can take away. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And that's just it. You know, so where he's talked about the men, if they would have set their tails down and realized if all the seeds were in us, then we're liable for every man, woman, boy, and girl. That's why he said, I would bring back the children back to the Father. And the Father back to the children. First thing I said, well, hold up. Where's the mother? Where's the grandmother? He said, they and the Father. So 100% true. Make a lot of sense. Listen to this. If he put all the seeds into the man, that's male and female all here. So he said, I'm going to bring the children back to the Father. Here go the Father. And the Father back to the children. I said to him, well, what happened to the mother? The grandmother? What happened to all them? He said, they the children, Deborah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. They are the children. So while he's around here playing the masculine role, as if Yah put him so high on the throne to come down on the earth and live on the throne, he's lost his true 100 identity. And today, year 2024, November, if this is where they're at, hell has them bound. They ain't gonna go nowhere else. They're going straight to the lake of fire. Straight to the lake of fire. Because if we in the 2024 and they still talking this stupid stuff and they still acting and conducting themselves, trying to tell a woman not to speak, there's a reason why that was, y'all. They heard, who was that? They said that Paul said that one time. And look how they took that one time for all these thousands of years and control a woman with it. Woman not supposed to speak. She's supposed to be on her back and cleaning. How dare you tell a woman what feminine part of Yah in her is supposed to do? It was never for a man to tell a woman her feminine part of who Yah is and created her to be. You see? They totally out of order. So are they over here telling the men all the negative stuff? And it's over. It's finished. I can truly believe, I can truly feel the impact of how finished everything is. Because this here is something that many are lost in. And they ain't gonna never be found. Many of you all can hear at the sound of my voice, you still gonna be lost. This is going back to what I was explaining to you. This book is an instructions and a direction book. The Holy Spirit of who Yah is, he is the word. We won't take him at the power of who he is. The creator, the I am, the Alpha and Omega, the greatest, the excellent one, the only one. We won't take him at that value. We got to put him down in a little black box so he can be like unto man. Fair to understand, this masculine part was assigned to you as an image of Yah. This feminine part of you was assigned to you as an image of Yah. Yah is both image. So if he's both, why is he on the throne letting one slay the other and defeat the other one? When he created it to be them, dominion together. Man took it out with the Roman Catholics, with the being deceived by Satan. Those that work with the Roman Catholic to deceive the whole religion, everything, because they tainted the Christians, they tainted the Catholic, they messed up all of them. And y'all ain't gonna hold the Roman Catholic liable. He ain't gonna hold Satan liable. He gonna hold you. Because what he gave you women was his feminine part of his image. What he gave you men was his masculine part of his image. He did not call your masculine part of this image to rule over her. That's what they told you in your instructions and direction book. A book that has been rewritten so many times. You'll be dizzy to find out how many. Smeared up and down. That's why we needed the Holy Spirit, the true teacher, because he comes from within, not on the outside, where man can tamper and move, shake this and move this, smear this and add this. Who did that? Man. And they had it their way. Like James Brown says, this is a man's world. These here should have had respect for a woman even bringing children in. Want me to show y'all why? Let me give you a little something. If Yah placed the seeds in him, why did she have to suffer the pain to bring forth? To bring birth, travail, worry, from birth all the way, for 9 months, all the way until they in the grave. That's what a mother really is. You see? But all he had to do is put all the seeds in him. Then you birthed them, nourished them, take care of them, see to it that they have what they need. Then when they grow up, what's going on? This one here. What role did he play? The seeds were in him. Who he is now is in this woman's womb. Look what all she has to put up with. She birthed this child, bring him forth, labor pains. Why is she taking care of the labor? Why? Do any of y'all know? You don't know. But you think you know something. You know why you don't know? Because you really don't know. Let's go there. Genesis chapter 1. This is my other Bible. I have pinpointed. Okay. Okay, we getting there. Genesis chapter 2. Okay. Let's go to verse 21. No, we're going to go to 21 and 22. Genesis chapter 2, verse 21 and 22. And Yah caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed it up the flesh instead. And the rib which Yah had taken from man made a woman and brought him unto the man. And the man said, this is now bone of my bone. Let's stop there. We know that the rib is a bone. Okay. Adam called it a bone. Again, as I have said to you all, you look up the word bone and you will see the definition of Hebrew of bone. Bone is strengthened, mighty. So while Adam's sitting here saying bone of my bone, he don't understand. In Hebrew, that means strengthened and mighty. That's why she's able to bring forth those children. You want to talk about bones? Why don't you talk about it right? Look it up and find the true definition of bones. Strength of my strength. Might of my might. You want to talk about bones? Look up it in Hebrew and then define what he said when he's saying bone of my bones. Or the rib is a bone. Define that bone and you'll see what's in woman. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because Yah's entity is both. Woman was given something to go through that travail, the strength and the mighty. Many things women were given. The world would never understand and never know. Because man has stripped all the definition of a feminine Yah that is in women. They took it out. They destroyed it. And made everything about their masculine control, manipulation, power. They did it. And y'all knew that they would. For it is written. It's not written because it's right. It's written because it's wrong. How about that? It ain't written because it's right. It's written because it's wrong. Well, where are you going with that? Heaven's got the lake of fire. And it's got eternal heaven. So everything is written because it's right. Not because it's wrong. Because in the kingdom, it tells you where it's at. In the lake of fire for being wrong, or in eternal life for being right. So you think they're getting away with it? No, they ain't. The kingdom is already ready. Why? Because he said, my image that I made, he and her, was my image, not their image. Want to tell you how bad it was? Had not Yah said in Genesis, take the whole Bible, take away the whole Genesis. How do we know who's male and female? How do we know what a male and female is? We made it up. They made it up. They made it up. That's why they made her lesser. We're going to say she the one that did it. That's why I knew it was more to it than talking about a tree. And she took of the tree and Satan entertained her. That's some bull crap. Hiding the rest behind, she the wicked linkage. He gave her the might to be able to bear children and go through labor and go through pain and through the suffering and raise the children. Y'all knew the day, the woman would be the one left with the children. You think he didn't know that yesterday in the beginning, before the foundation of the world? You crazy if you don't think that he knew that. He gave her something to be able to withstand it. Yes, it might have took her out of her mind. She might have did things she shouldn't have did, said things she shouldn't have said, act a certain way, on drugs or whatever. But let me tell you something. Whatever a woman was today and yesterday, was because her feminine part of who Yah is in her was always controlled by the masculine part of man that is in men, which is in Yah. The masculine part Yah gave them. They took it out of order. He made it for them to be together in a oneness. That's the only way you become a one in Yah. So all these men in this Hebrew Israelite, with all these women, all these wives, even with they one wife, don't mean the rest behind. If you don't have a respect for the feminine part of who she is, and she don't have no respect for the masculine part of who you are. Why? Because you are both in the oneness of Yah image. Now, where are you going to go with it now? You don't know. You don't understand the word I'm talking about. And it's a good thing you don't, because I'm just now understanding the feminine part and the masculine, but all of it matches to the T what I've on YouTube for the last 6 to 7 years. Matching it to the T. So I thank the Father for giving me the token that he's given me today, this morning. And he said to me, never will. He said, never will see the bigger picture. And I felt sorry. I felt sad. Because I said, when you mean it, I'm going to continue speaking. I'm going to say, never will they. Because whatever's supposed to be in you should be in you already. It ain't waiting till the year 2025, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. If the light and spirit and truth ain't in you, it ain't coming. It ain't coming to be in you. You either get it or you don't. Why? He told me. I don't care about what he told you. I'm talking about what he told me. He not ready to separate the wheat from the tare. The tare gone its way and the wheat gone theirs. That's why Sister Deborah don't have no problem coming in and coming out. People will come in just to be coming in. And go out just to be going out. But I come today to say unto you, the Most High gave me a token, and it says, I call it, he's spoon feeding me. Never will see the bigger picture. There's too much that has been lost because people never wanted the truth. They wanted to feed off the lie because it's more comfortable in the flesh. They never wanted the truth of what Yah is saying. They wanted to live and feed off the lies because that's where they do best. In the lies. They do better in the lies than the truth. So the sad part is about what I learned, and it is a sad part, is to know that this is why he always was destroying man. See, I didn't know that. Because you didn't read, that's on you. Y'all always, from the beginning of Genesis, always go all the way up into Revelation, he's talking about M-E-N. He's talking about this masculine part. And I'm like, said, that's why you in there talking to him all the time. He said, that's why, Deborah. Because they destroyed the female part of my image. How you going to walk in and destroy the female part of my image and made it about the masculine part ruling the female part? The female rule its own self. The masculine rule its own self. Then you come together in the oneness of who he has given you the image of, his oneness. Man ain't got no business over here telling woman what to do, and woman ain't got no business over here telling man what to do. Because if they both had their tails in the oneness of Yah, they'll understand you got to be the feminine part and I got to be the masculine. What do we have to do, Father, to show us what we're supposed to do? Ain't there one of them asking y'all nothing. They run into these men. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to have many wives. You're supposed to have many this and many that. That's not of Yah. He let David go take that woman's wife. He let David go kill that man, have that man killed. He let David do all that. It's a lot of stuff that went on that he allowed. Because he allowed it don't mean it's in the righteous will. It can be in the unrighteous will. We know he got two things in the heaven, the lake of hell and the eternal kingdom. People don't believe that there's a such. It don't matter. You don't have to believe it. Who are you? So I, Sister Deborah, hope each and every last one of you all got something out of it. And if you didn't, I did. Ha, 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 ha. How you like me now? Yes, I did. He poured more than that, what I'm giving you. He poured more than that in me. But I tell you one thing. I'm all with him when he says feminine in his image. Nobody on the earth can tell you you're a female, you're feminine, but Yah himself. Why? That's his image in you. These fools on this side, the masculine, think all the image of Yah is in everybody, but it's masculine. Ooh-wee. They don't even know what they're dealing with, but they will, because all of us going to have to cross that, go before that throne. And that's it. You think people on this earth worried about going to the throne? They never was, never will be. They don't care. They don't give a rest behind about a throne in the kingdom. They don't give a rest behind about a lake of fire. When you are created as the serpent seed, you don't give a rest behind about anything. So Sister Deborah, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I hope you got something out of it. And I will say, have a wonderful Sunday evening. Shalom and shalom.